Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the INBDE, which is the Integrated National Board Dental Examination, and if you're interested in that, keep on watching. So during the INBDE, you will receive dental problem-solving tasks, and it's a 2-day exam, which is a computer-based one, and it's supposed to take 12 hours and 30 minutes, which is quite a bit, but that also includes the breaks and the tutorial, which you will have in the beginning, so just consider that. On your first day of INBDE, you will receive 360 questions. That's 3 sets of 100 standalone questions and 1 set of 60 case questions. On the second day, you will have 140 questions, and that's just going to be 2 sets of 70 case questions. So no more standalone questions, no more random, out of nowhere, surprising questions. The second day is definitely a little bit easier and goes by quicker. To pass the exam, you will have to have a score of 75, at least 75. But at the end, you will never really find out what your score is. The actual scores are only sent to the schools, and then they invite students depending on how good their score was. Obviously, there are also other factors that are very important to dental schools, but that's just a major one that they really take a look at. So to sign up for the INBDE, you have to have a dent pin first. I made a video about how to create your dent pin previously, so you can check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. Next, you have to request a course-by-course evaluation from the ECE, and you have to send an electronic copy to the Joint Commission on National Dental Examination so that they can process your documents and allow you to take the board exams. As soon as you have done that, you will go back to the ADA and sign in with your dent pin that you have created previously, and you will go to licensure examinations and select INBDE. Easy peasy. So you will sign up for that exam or apply to take that exam, and after a while you will receive an email to select your dates and location of your exam. It's going to be a prometric exam, which they have locations all over the states, and you do have to fly into the USA to take that exam. So my personal experience with the INBDE was definitely something, let me tell you. It was nerve-wracking. I was freaking out, but I think that's normal with every examination or every big examination that you take. So it was quite nerve-wracking for me just because back then I was still located in Germany and I flew into New York to take that exam, and this whole trip wasn't really cheap or anything, so I was like, you know what, I do have to pass that exam the first time. I don't want to do this again. So yeah, and I did pass it the first time. I basically had 3 months to prepare for this exam, and personally I feel like it was enough for me just because I graduated the year before, so my knowledge was kind of fresh. I did have to review a couple of things back from dental school, and I studied with Mental Dental. I watched all the videos and took notes, but during the exam I noticed that most questions I could answer just from the knowledge that I gained in dental school. So just studying the Mental Dental videos will not make you pass. You do have to have some knowledge beforehand. I took the exam in New York, and I got there a day and a half before the exam, which is good. I would recommend that to anyone. Get there early so that you can check out the testing location and that that you're familiar with the location where you are at, so that you don't have to stress out the day of the exam, if that makes sense. It's gonna be a prometric exam, which if you have never taken any exams in the US, you're probably not familiar with prometric. It's basically a testing organization which facilitates testing of many exams. Okay, so once you get there, you will have to sign in with your ID or passport, and then they will give you a little locker and you will have to lock in all your belongings. You are not allowed to take anything into the exam. Make sure you have lunch with you or snacks, something to drink, just because you will not be able to leave the building and go and have lunch somewhere. As soon as you logged in all your belongings, you will go through a TSA kind of check. So they do have this metal detector where you have to go through, and then they check all your pockets. They will check your glasses if you have any. So, and then you sit down and you will be in a room with a lot of people that are taking different exams. So it's not all dental related, and you'll sit down and start your exam. I remember I was allowed to take earplugs. That's the only thing I was allowed to take, which I did. I like to have my peace and quiet, so that helped. The first day was quite long and exhausting. You will receive the majority of questions the first day, so it makes sense. It's definitely a hard day. I did take my lunch break on that first day, but I was so nervous I couldn't really, eat anything. I had no appetite whatsoever. But yeah, then I returned and took the rest of the exam. The second day was definitely easier. There are less questions the second day, but also, I feel like case questions were easier to me and I could answer them without a problem. I remember I even skipped the lunch break just because I wanted to be done with the exam and get out of there as fast as possible. And afterwards I felt like the burden is off my shoulders and I felt so good about that exam. And I pretty much could tell after the exam that I probably have passed because I recognized most of the questions and I was able to answer, like there was no surprises, let me say that. So I think I was prepared pretty well. It takes about 3 to 4 weeks to receive your results, and you will not get notified whatsoever. So on the day of the exam, they will give you a little paper which has your dent pin on it and it has your exam date and everything. And it does say on the bottom that you have to check your results in about 3 to 4 weeks and that you have to log in with your dent pin for that. I was kind of hoping to receive an email or something like that. I did not. I didn't get anything. So make sure to log in into ADA every now and then just to check if your results are up or not. Once they are uploaded, you will just see if you're passed. It's just going to say pass or not pass. And that's it. No score, no nothing. So that's it, guys. That's my INBDE experience, and I hope this video helped you out. I'm actually thinking about recording a couple videos on materials that I have studied for the INBDE because I have so many notes. I have so much that helped me to pass that exam, and I definitely think it's possible to pass it on the first try just by studying those things and memorizing those. So, I will see how that goes. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if there's anything that I can help you with, and I will see you guys in my next video.